Friend, can we talk about the silent stress that shows up in the 2 week wait? You know the one, the tightness in your chest when you try not to overanalyze every cramped spiral thoughts that says, did I miss ovulation? Should I test? What if this isn't working? This week on the podcast, we are going there. We're talking about the emotional weight of waiting and what it does to your mind, your body, and your hope. I'll share one woman's story, hidden grief behind this face, and 5 gentle shifts to help you process the letdown without losing yourself in the process. If you ever felt like you were falling apart during the wait, this episode is your anchor. You don't have to carry this alone.
Welcome to Fertility and Wholeness Podcast. Are you tired of seeing that test be negative month after month? Will you ever stop having to take test after test? Are you scared of all the medical terminology, office visits, and misinformation you see at every turn on your infertility journey? If you answer yes to any of those, you're not alone. You are at the right place. I'm so happy you're here with us. My name is Ariana. I'm a fertility care practitioner and a wholeness coach with over a decade of experience on the field. I created this podcast because I know what it is to feel alone and lost while navigating fertility problems. And after helping hundreds of women, teaching them how to not protract their cycles, boost their fertility, and navigate their monthly emotional roller coaster and get pregnant naturally, I am on a mission to empower women to take charge of their fertility journey. In this podcast, you will find heartfelt conversations, education, tips on how to take care of and understand your fertility, emotional support, simple lifestyle changes to boost your fertility, nutrition, self-care routines, tips for handling stress and anxiety with ease. We have amazing, exciting expert interviews and guests, inspirational stories, and practical advice on preparing for pregnancy and joyful delivery. Are you ready to reclaim your health, your life, and become pregnant naturally? If so, grab your green juice and prenatal vitamins. This episode is just what the doctor ordered.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. Be watching your body like a hawk. Mucus? Check. Ovulation strip? Check. Blind intimacy like a military operation. And now you wait. But this wait is not just 2 weeks. It's the longest 14 days of your life. Every single cycle. You try not to read every twinge. You try to stay calm, but under the surface, you're tense, tired, and truthfully, a little scared. And no one seems to talk about this part. So today, we are bringing this season into the light because mental health in the waiting period is just as sacred as the physical care you give your body. You're not overreacting. You're not weak. You're human. And this stretch of time between trying and knowing is where a lot of women emotionally unravel. So let's not unravel alone. We are going to talk through what's really happening behind the scenes, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, and give you real tools to walk through it stronger, softer, and more whole. Let me tell you about this client, Laura. She was in her early 30s, newly married, charting with the crypto model for the first time. At first, it felt exciting, like she had some control over the process. She told me, I finally understand my body. I feel empowered. But by cycle 4, that spark started to dim. She'll track laboratory perfect. She and her husband will plan for peak day, then wait and wait and wait. And when her period will come, even though she knew it was early in the journey, she felt crushed. She kept saying, I feel like I'm failing at something that should be natural. What we uncovered in our sessions wasn't just sadness. It was invisible grief. Grieved over the month loss, grieved over not being able to plan her life, grieved over how alone she felt, even with loving people around her. What helped Laura wasn't just changing her supplements or adjusting timing. It was building emotional rituals in the waiting window. And that's what created a space for healing without needing a positive test to prove her body's worth. So what is this mental tension during the 2-week wait? It is more than impatience. And this is why it's happening. You're at the liminal space, a threshold where life might be growing or might not. It is unknown. And the brain doesn't like unknowns. During this time, your thoughts get loud. Did I miss the peak? Should I test early? I'm cramping. Is that good or bad? I can't handle another letdown. Every small symptom feels like a sign, and you become hyper aware of your body. It is exhausting. But why does this matter? It matters because emotional regulation directly impacts how you experience your cycle. And not just this cycle, but the next one and the next. Unchecked stress in the waiting can lead to burnt out in your relationship, shame in your body, resentment towards your rhythm, and eventually detachment from the process entirely. The question might be, when should I start supporting my mind? The answer is before it breaks. Please don't wait until you're sobbing in the bathroom on day 28. I want you to build those emotional tools into your routine before the storm, not during. Let me walk you through the shifts that help. Here are the 4 tactical, mindset, and harsher shifts that you can make. Shift number 1. Process, don't suppress. You don't need to stay positive all the time. You need to stay honest. Your emotions are data, not drama. Start with a 5-minute journal every evening. Ask, what am I feeling right now? What thought keeps looping? What would I say to a friend that is feeling like this? You don't need a therapist on a speed dial to validate your experience. You just need you, present and gentle. Shift number 2. Write down 3 scripts or affirmations. Don't wait until panic hits to soothe yourself. Have your truth scripts ready. Here's the first one. When you're second guessing yourself, this is the affirmation, a script I want you to say yourself. I don't have to figure this out today. When you're on the wait, remind yourself, waiting is not a punishment, it's preparation. When your period shows up, remind yourself, this is not failure, this is feedback. These scripts might feel fake at first, and that's okay. Say them anyway. Think of it as a muscle memory. If you only reach for these words in crisis, they won't stick. Shift number 3, anticipate the dip. Around day 25 to 28, estrogen and progesterone will drop dramatically. That hormonal dip amplifies your emotions. So if you feel more anxious, irritable, or hopeless, it is not your fault. It's your biochemistry. So let's build a soft structure for those days. The first thing is no big decisions in this window. Here's the second thing you can do. Schedule a gentle day around day 26 of your cycle. Use body care to stay grounded. A warm bath, a walk, extra hydration. This is an indulgence, it's intelligence. Shift number 4, talk about the financial weight. If your journey involves testing, consultations, or supplements, money can be quite a burden. Talk to your partner or a support person. Even just naming the stress out loud can break its grip. Ask, how do we want to steward our resources this month? You don't need to spend everything to feel like you're doing everything. Shift number 5, when a cycle ends, your angst then might be to pull away and think, why bother? Or let's skip this month. It's okay to rest, but don't quit the rhythm that restores you. Charting is not punishment, it's rhythm of intimacy with your body. And that rhythm can hold you, especially when your heart feels fragile. Sister, I want to speak to you, whatever you are in this journey. If you're just starting and every negative test feels like a surprise punch, you're not naive, you are brave. If you've been waiting for months or years and you're tired, you're not weak, you're enduring. And if you're losing hope, you're still loved, still seen, and is still allowed to believe. You can feel grief and gratitude in the same breath. You can cry on day 1 and still choose to show up on day 2. There is no shame in needing more support than you thought you would. You're not broken, you're in a process, and this process matters. And if you're not in right now, maybe tearing up a bit, I want to give you something. Download my free Calm in the Way journal prompts. 3 pages to guide you through this emotional terrain with gentleness and clarity. In this guide, you will find daily check-in page, a recentering script, and questions to help you stay connected to hope. You can find the link in today's show notes. And if you need more than the PDF, if you want to walk this journey with someone who gets it, join my waitlist for my one-on-one coaching program. Inside, we blend fertility literacy, mindset mastery, and faith-rooted support for your whole womanhood. Because you are more than a cycle, and your soul is worth tending. Until next time, may your heart stay tender, your mind stay grounded, and your body stay honored every single day of this journey. With you on the way, this is Ariana.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, we got a special treat for you. Join our free Facebook group where you can connect with other amazing women and share your thoughts. Join us by clicking in the link in the show notes. We can't wait to welcome you into our supportive community. And don't forget to come back for our next episode, where we'll be sharing even more inspiring stories, encouraging tips, educational insights, and practical strategies. Oh, and before you go, we have a tiny favor to ask. If you found today's episode uplifting and helpful, please leave us a review. It's like giving us a virtual hug, and it helps other amazing women like you find our show. Plus, it makes us smile from ear to ear. And hey, why stop there? Share the love. Tell your Betsies, your mom, your sister, and even your favorite barista about our podcast. The more, the merrier.